Hi, I wanted to share a story called Sea Bones with you. This is written and illustrated by Bob Barner. Sea Bones, and this is published by Chronicle Books. Wonderful creatures live in the sea. Skeletons support the organs and muscles of many creatures in the sea. Most fish have a skeleton made of bone. Because it is inside their body, it is called an endoskeleton. Some animals, like lobsters, have a hard shell on the outside of their body, called an exoskeleton. So this just shows some of the parts of the fish bones. And some have bones like you and me. The largest animal on earth, the blue whale, can grow to be 100 feet long. It has an endoskeleton with 176 bones. Whales have a backbone, which makes them vertebrates. The blue whale eats tiny shrimp-like creatures called krill. A coral reef sparkles on the ocean floor. A coral reef is home to many animals. Some of the animals, like crabs, are invertebrates, which means they do not have a backbone. Crabs have an exoskeleton. Hermit crabs do not have bones or their own shell. They live in the used shell of another animal. If the shell gets too small, they choose a new one and move in. Coral reef is made from the skeletons of those that lived before. A coral reef is alive. It is made of thousands of tiny animals called coral polyps. The reef grows on the hard skeletons of dead coral. It takes thousands of years for a reef to form. Animals are attracted to coral reefs because they offer a home, protection, and food. So I actually have a piece of coral that is not alive, it is dead. And it's kind of hard like a shell, so it's also breakable. But you can see that it's not colorful at all because it's not alive. But the new coral reefs can grow using the skeletons of the old coral reef. There are animals without bones that drift with the waves. Jellies have no bones and no brains, and they go wherever the ocean currents take them. The lion's mane or hair jelly is the largest jelly at up to 8 feet wide, with tentacles 120 feet long. That's even longer than our blue whale. Some creatures cling to plants, rocks, or caves. Anemones are animals without bones that look like plants. They are often home to clownfish. A coating on the clownfish protects it from the anemone's stinging tentacles. The tentacles protect the clownfish and the anemone by keeping predators away. That's a good defense system. So then they're less likely to be eaten. A skeleton helps a speedy shark swim. Sharks have endoskeletons made of cartilage. Cartilage is lighter and more flexible than bone, which helps sharks swim fast. Did you know that you and I have some cartilage in our body? That's why, like, our nose can move a little bit. And our ears, we've got a little bit of cartilage in our bodies too. Sharks have many rows of teeth that are hard like human teeth. When a shark loses a tooth, another tooth from the row behind moves forward to take its place. Sharks lose and replace thousands of teeth in a lifetime. Wow. Fish shine down deep. where the light is dim. Many animals live in the cold, dark water thousands of feet below the ocean surface. Some of these creatures with bones and some without glow as they illuminate the water for protection or to find food. So some of these animals use their little lights to lure fish or other things because they're pretending like these are pieces of food. And so those animals will come try to eat the food, but these animals will eat them instead. So they've got to watch out. Skeletons or not, there is much life to see. Many animals live in the water and on land. Some, like seals, are vertebrates with bone skeletons. Others, like crabs, are invertebrates with an exoskeleton. A turtle actually has a shell and a boned endoskeleton and is a vertebrate. So a turtle has a shell to protect it. It has an endoskeleton, so bones on the inside. And then it also has a vertebrae, a backbone. They all live together in the salty sea. You can see the jelly, a hammerhead shark, an eel, a seal. Those rhyme, eel, seal. And then we've got a sunfish, our big blue whale. This is an oarfish. And then some sea stars. And there they are with their bones or without their bones. You can see that the jelly and the sea stars have no bones at all, no skeleton. And then I thought the end of the book was really neat. And if you want to pause this and you can read through it with a grown-up or with a big brother or sister, you can find out a little bit more. These are sea facts. And it tells us a little bit more about a jelly, an anglerfish, a ray, a seal, an anemone, a crab, an octopus, and a clownfish. And it asks questions like, is it a fish? Does it have a backbone? What kind of skeleton? And what does it eat? So you can find out a little bit more about those ocean animals. I hope you enjoyed learning about some of the sea bones that you can find down below. Thanks for joining me.